Good day. I'm going to do a little draft champions unranked. So I can try to get some tickets so I can do ranked. Because I'm not buying them. I'm not going to do it. Yeah, I'm talking to myself. Definitely talking to myself.
Thank you very much, Larry Ridley. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. We are ready for this Draft Champions matchup as you get a quick peek at some of the stars in today's game. We're ready to go. Let's get down to kickoff. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in Draft Champions. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Playbook. Never used it before. Let's see what it's all about.
Yeldon, the lone running back. And he'll get it up the middle. And he's got some space here. And a cut to the sideline.
Well, dang.
And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big gain there on the first play of the game. 48 yards. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Down, it's Roethlisberger. And Blake, the tight end's got it. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Look pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Tough spot for the offense. 3rd and 8. The play clock's running down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They'll try and run for it with Yeldon. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Aaron Donald's secret, if there is one, to his play, his ability to contort his body in such a way that you can't get a good, clean block on him. He slides through holes and slides past blockers and makes plays just as we saw there.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger.
Come on, dude.
And it's going to be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
From the 5-yard line, well, this opening drive yields 6. This is 3rd and goal. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete. Kendall Wright, the intended target. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. So 4th down, John Fox will turn it over to his field goal unit. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And Lambeau will put this one through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
They go play action here on 1st down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And he's brought down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball out of the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing out 2nd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackle was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Off of play action, here's Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off. There he goes left side. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Carolina getting set to take the field. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley.
Gurley's a beast.
And he's brought down. Give him 11 on the game there. And it'll be 1st down, Panthers.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
They'll come out in pistol. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. but you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Thomas, the lone receiver left.
Oh, come on.
And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Throwing now is Gino. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
From the gun on third down, Smith. And he's going to be taken down here. Back across midfield, 3 yards away from midfield at the 47. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after...
And look at this, it's a fake.
Shocker.
But he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And he's going to quit. Next.
Thank you, Larry. So the picks are in. We welcome you to this Draft Champions contest. I'm Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, ready to call the action. And let's get to it. Down to the field. It's time for kickoff. Two teams here amped and ready for football. And off we go in week 2 of Draft Champions. Fielded about a yard deep. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. They get 25 yards out of that one. And that leads to a Chicago first down.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Motherfucker. He
On
got
the ground,
lucky.
this is T.J. Yeldon. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. This is Yeldon on the dump off. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Shit!
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
I need to read it.
Jaquez
Fucking doing.
Smith in there
Next
to
time
get him
around,
for a
we
loss of 9,
do a better
and
job.
that'll lead to 4th down.
Oh, what a shitty bounce.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. They'll run it now with Smith. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
That was a good, strong run there. And while it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
Another stretch play.
Second down, Dalton. And Escobar has it left side. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
From midfield here, Dalton.
Wow.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs
That's
routes,
what you get for trying to be cute with your fucking no huddle.
Coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jarrell Freeman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
but when you look at how teams play the game,
That's it, dude.
complementary
Damn,
football
Jeffries.
comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give him a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. On second down, here's Yeldon.
Go.
And he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
TJ Yeldon's not afraid to drop a shoulder or run through some tackles, is he?
Not at all. I learned it in his high school days in Alabama. Then, of course, stayed in state to play at Alabama. He could do that there.
And what I think is best about him, and when he's really on top of his game, when he's a little bit lighter, a little bit quicker, I think he's strong enough. He's compact enough to break those tackles. But I think he's at his best at a shiftier rate.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And Stills over the middle. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
On second down, Roethlisberger. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes it play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it pops free.
Catch.
The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger.
God damn, why don't you wind it up a little bit more there, Ben?
Bring him down. Rashid
Slow release,
Hagman
motherfucker.
with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7.
Fuck.
And he gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Returnable for Lockett.
Cocksucker.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back.
It's caught inside the 25. A gain of 35 that time. And the Cards are going to have a 1st down. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
On the carry, here's Smith. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So the run gets them the 1st, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They go back to the ground with Smith. And he'll be stopped just out. Now the Bears elected. Second down, goal to go from the 6.
Fucking
They'll
cheap
run it here
bastard,
with Smith.
man.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. And this one through the uprights and good. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. But now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense.
This man, fucking line don't block.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Rashid Hagman in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way up to the 35-yard line. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. Yeldon fighting. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they'll set a shot right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Andy Dalton. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Complete to right. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. He'll rifle this one deep. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And the Cardinals offense here ready to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do?
Good job. Good job.
And he's got him. And he's brought down after a good gain. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. First and 10 for Dalton. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Second down now after the incompletion. On the ground, this is Smith. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. There. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on third.
Could play an exotic coverage.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with a pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of his first half of play. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take back to about the 19-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Dalton. And Escobar has it left side. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
So a 1st down and 5 for the offense. Now they try the right side here. And he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 6 yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd down.
Of course he catches it. Why not?
And he's got the completion to Hopkins. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guys are going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Sure would be nice if I could shoot a gap.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
380.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of 1, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Now Dalton, he's got it. It's Escobar. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Fourth down. Dalton wants to throw. And it's a short one here. Complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Fucking stopped him. Fucking stopped him,
Back
man.
now
Come
at
on.
FedEx Field. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. His throw incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. on the 16. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a two-score game. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the fourth quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Ben to throw again. And still over the middle. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback.
Oh, my God. One nice throw, Brian.
And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by the
Draft a new fucking team. Ooh, what do I get? A fucking bronze player for that shit? Wow, thanks guys. That right there is championship material.
Still a long way to go in this draft, but if you can lock up a few key positions here in the first few picks, it's a great luxury to have. Excellent selection. Just what this team needs to maybe get them over the hump. Yeah, I don't think you needed a crystal ball to see that big coming. That's all about loyalty and familiarity right there. The Panthers have been represented once already in this draft. Is a second about to come off here? In these middle rounds, you have to start asking yourself, do you settle for what's available now, or do you try and push your luck? Where to now? Do you get yourself a big brute for the trenches, or someone who can really help you out at the playmaking type spot? Two words here. Difference maker. That's what that pick right there is. And that's a pick that'll solve a lot of problems out there. He'll fit in nicely. And these guys are going to get themselves a great player here, whether it's A, B, or C. And now is where you need to make these last picks count. Time to fill any holes you can before it's too late. Three choices here, all of them impact players. These are tough decisions here. Offense or defense?
God, this team
Which
turned out
side
to be just
has the
pure
more
crap.
pressing need? Does this pick fill a big need? I'm not so sure that it does, but it is at least a slight improvement over what they had in place. What to do here? Build up the interior of your line or get that skill player to add another weapon? And now, which side of the football will they address here? Some interesting options either way.
Not very good team, but we'll try. We will try, comrade.
Thank you, Larry. Brandon Gaudin, along with Charles Davis here in the booth. We are set for a spectacular draft champions matchup and some spectacular talent on your screen right now. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get down to the field for kickoff. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in draft champions. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to 27-yard line.
Let's go, let's go. 118. 118.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Let's go, let's go.
A run right side. It's Gore. And he's brought down. 13 yards there on the pickup. And it'll be a Chicago first down.
It should go without saying that anytime you run the football well and gain a nice chunk of yardage, that means the offensive line did their job and did it really well. But let's give them a little more credit than that, because all week long, offensive line meetings, they're going over adjustments, counters, when line shifts, all those things that go along with it. And yet you still have to be physical, and that's what they did on the first play.
From midfield now, here's Palmer. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On first down, it's Palmer. He's got Floyd out left. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down.
Here we go. Blue 58. Blue 58. Mirror, mirror, mirror.
Play clock winding down. Now on second down, this is Gore. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 4 yards on the pickup there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him. And the Broncos go to a nickel set on 3rd down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there. Here's Palmer. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Regular. Mirror, mirror, mirror. Let's go, let's go.
Throwing now, Palmer on first down. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be second down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Get ready. 1, 18.
On second down, Palmer. They go with the screen to Gore. Uses the stiff arm. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
On first and goal, Gore. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, in that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
All right, now. Blue 95.
Second down, here's Palmer. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelsey, the intended receiver. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. From the 5-yard line, will this opening drive yield 6? This is 3rd and goal.
Get ready. Blue 58. Blue 58.
On 3rd and goal, Palmer. A dump off here for Gore. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Frank Gore, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. come out in the pistol. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. They'll come out throwing here on first down. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. It's a pickup of 21, and it'll be good for a Denver first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They come up in an offset eye. 2nd and 10. It's Palmer again. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Let's go, let's go. Blue 58. Deep.
Now Palmer to throw on second down.
Fucking catch, Floyd.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Michael Floyd. And that'll make it third down. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. On third down, Palmer. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards the quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. They worked very well there for a first down.
Back to the ground game here. Gore. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. They'll stick to the ground game with Gore. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Aaron Colvin there to make the tackle. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Let's go.
On 3rd and 1, it's Palmer. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
And Frank's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect it. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And it's a fumble. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Gore back there is the lone setback. And they'll give it to him here. A strong running. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. 7 yards to go on second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys
looking for Floyd, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jump, and he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Broncos defense has a touchdown. I don't know who all was to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll come out in the pistol.
Get ready. Blue 95. Blue 95.
And here's carry number 10 for Frank Gore. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So it'll be first down here after the run. Another pistol look here.
All right now. Blue 58.
On first down, it's Gore. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And quickly, they get to the line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. Second down here after the incomplete pass.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on them all game long.
Where's my pick six?
First down, and almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. 2nd down following the incompletion.
All right, here we go. Green 3.
look to throw again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And the dreaded 3rd and long here for the offense.
Let's go!
They'll look to throw again. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's brought down after a good game. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, the advantage certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll drop the throw. This will be caught at about the 5. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Well, close game, 2nd half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
All right, now.
They'll start on the ground with Gore. And he's brought down. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And that leads to a Chicago first down.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line. Showing the ins and outs of being a veteran. Still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
To throw is Palmer. He hits Floyd on the right. A very solid gain of 27. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On the handoff, it's Gore. And past the 30, down to about the 27. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So this brings up a 2nd and 2. Gore back there is the lone setback. Again, we'll see the pistol here. On 2nd down, here's Palmer. He's got the hook up to Floyd. And down inside the 15 he goes. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Red zone opportunity. Handoff for Gore. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On second down, Palmer. They go with a screen to Gore. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now Palmer, he's got Floyd out left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Frank's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to get the ball.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. Exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And Nelson's got it here right side. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Defense showing blitz. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gore. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
It's focal timeout. Why is that on my friends list?
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12.
All right now, blue 58, blue 58.
Again they run, again it's Gore. And he'll cut it to the right sideline. And he's brought down after a good gain. A nice gain of 21 yards.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11.